After quite some time traveling by horse and going across the seas from Essos to Westeros, William finally makes it to Westeros at King's Landing. Finally, they get into Tyrion's house and their capital city area. Wow, this is quite the place you got here, Tyrion. You like this? Well, yeah, it's like, wow. I, we don't have anything like this in my world. Nothing this extravagant. This is like so awesome. Oh, well, uh, glad you like it. He pours himself a glass of wine and kind of looks at William, kind of wondering if he's got anything else he would like to say. Um, so this place in King's Landing, I mean, it has like what all kinds of marketplaces. I would imagine souvenir shops. I mean, there must be quite a bit to see here. Yes, well, it would take you quite a while to see everything. Marcella then comes out of a room. William, I have your room prepared for you since you will be our guest. Well, thank you. Uh, Sorry, I'm not good with names. Marcella, Tyrion's wife, remember? Oh, right. Um, I, even in my world, I was kind of not very good at remembering names. I usually have to hear somebody's name at least 5 times if it's, um, as I would say in my world, not too catchy. Um, Sometimes not. Depends on what the person's name is. But anyway, thank you, Marcella. Then there's a knock on the door. Tyrion opens it. Hi, Tyrion. I hear you have a special guest here. How did you find this out? Well, you know how it is here in King's Landing. Word gets around. Sure. Would you like to meet him? Yes, I would really love to. William, there's a visitor for you. For me. Why would anybody be visiting me? I'm not that special. Well, I couldn't agree with you more. And so I laugh at that door, and William looks to see who's laughing. Oh my gosh. Well, you're gonna just stand there and stare at her. Or you're gonna go meet her. Oh, sorry. Well, um, hi. You're a queen. Yes, I am. And you must be this human William I've heard about. Yes. And what? Or I mean, I'm sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied. Um, what's your name? I'm Marjorie Tyrell, but you can refer to me as Queen Margie or just Margie. Oh, okay. Well, then he bows before. Thank you, Liam. Um, Nice to meet you too. Um, would it be alright, Tyrion, if I spoke to him alone? Yes, I don't see you trying to steal him off somewhere. No, I don't think I want to do that. Besides, I already see the medallion he's wearing. Okay, don't forget, Liam, we have something special planned, and you still got to meet the rest of the family. Oh, what's the plan? Well, you have these unusual customs of either singing or dancing. And you kind of just smile. And I like to have the last word of antagonizing certain family members anyway, so this should be quite the pleasure that I shall enjoy. Okay, and am I going to get in trouble for this? Oh, don't worry, I have you covered. Besides, if anything, they'll say it's my fault. It usually is. Oh, okay. Well, Tyrion, you're a cool dude. I mean, guy. What's this thing with the dude again? It's bad human habit. Try to break that. Sorry. Um, but thank you for taking me in, William. Or okay, now I'm getting mixed up. They all start laughing. You haven't had nothing to drink. Maybe I shouldn't give you any of this. Sorry, Tyrion. Thank you for taking me in. I promise I will not be too weird. I certainly hope not, because here people take things pretty serious. Okay, so with that, William steps outside. Man, I feel so stupid. don't worry, William. You're all new to our world, and I imagine it's probably be unusual for you to forget your name or call somebody else your name. She seems to find this bit amusing. Then she watches William pull out this long thing. Oh, fine. And he sticks up the plate. What do you... She watches it. Oh, okay, I see. And William takes a big drag off and blows smoke. Oh, like a dragon. Huh? What you just did there? I thought you were going to burn your face getting so close to the torch. Oh, well, it's kind of a human habit in my world. We call them smoking. I see, and all humans do this. Yeah. Even if they have a warning in my world that it's not exactly healthy. It was a good thing I stopped by to talk to you, Em. I thought perhaps maybe I could share some wisdom with you, because I hear there's no one else like you here. Yeah, it was a very sad event. I tried to save money of my time, and I got pulled in through an opening, like a magical doorway, or as I call it, a vortex, and I can't get back home to my world. If it hadn't been for Daenerys Stormborn of the House of Targaryen, I probably would have been lost to obscurity forever. Yes, well, that sounds very nice of her. And so what do you think of her? Well, she is, oh, you have feelings for her. Well, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that, because I don't want to get in trouble or get back to her. She puts her arm in through William's arm, and they start walking slowly. You don't need to worry, William. Your secret's safe with me. Well, yeah. You do trust me, don't you? Well, I suppose. I mean, someone as beautiful as you, I guess, can't be too dangerous. Well, thank you, William. I can see why Daenerys would find you attractive already when you talk like that to a young lady, such as myself. Well, I wasn't trying to flirt. It's okay, William. And I already know you're taken because what you're wearing, and though I can see you're very naive, we all have the same senses, and I take it yours is limited. You're wearing a queen seal. That means no woman can have you, because she's already laid claim to you. Well, yeah, she told me it would be like the unspoken way of her decree. Yes, and it would not be good for us to violate that. You would probably get some punishment, but you would have to live with the conscience of something that happened to one of us if we, did something we weren't supposed to. Well, um, I've already committed myself, and I told her I will not betray her trust. That is very noble of you, William. You know, I think that my coming here is not by chance. The things that you do, William, like the sting you're smoking, you should be careful, because while some young ladies, when they're growing up, and maybe occasionally some young men, may think of everything as a fantasy and dream of knights in shining armor or princesses capturing a young man's heart. This is reality. This is not a dream. And then she stops short to where she feels it's safe to talk. You see, William, in our world, I'm not sure how it is in yours, but with you being naive, you never know when there might be a spy. Every kingdom has them. King's Landing has them, and even though whether she may or may not have told you, even Daenerys Stormborn has her own spies. They could look like someone saddling Daenerys' horse, or it could be a maid scrubbing the palace floor in Marine. What you do, people will watch, and you may not know you're being watched, and they will report back, and it could be used as leverage against you, which bad things can happen to you because there's no other kind. Very torturous, to where you wish death had come to you immediately. And then there's Daenerys, and they would use what you do as leverage to find other ways of ridding the world of her. Well, I wouldn't want to do anything to cause her harm. Well, that is good. So in which case you have to mind, as we would say, your P's and Q's, and Be careful what you say and do, because people may either take offense right away, or they may merely just wave it off and save it for leverage later on. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I appreciate you sharing the words of wisdom with me, Queen Marjorie. Well, I just wanted to meet you firsthand because I may not get this opportunity, and my mother will be so surprised. You usually are just a myth and a legend, but here you are standing before me. Well, it was an honor to meet you. Um, if I'm not being too forward, and you would permit me, Margie, you are very beautiful. Well, William, thank you. You are a very gentleman and outspoken. How lucky and fortunate Daenerys is to have a man like you in her life. I was married once, actually 3 times, but I can tell you this later. I think my last husband, Thomas, would have liked to. But anyway, so I hope to see you later on. I take it you're going to be doing some kind of performance for us, which is supposed to be an unusual custom. Yes, I was thinking about maybe doing a dance. A dance. Men don't dance in our world. Well, I hope they're not going to use that as leverage against Daenerys just because I dance. I've already done like 2 or 3 performances for her. No, they might find it more amusing and not something that they want to use as leverage. Because men just don't do that sort of thing in our world. So she takes him by the arm and they're walking back towards Tyrion's house. You know, William, you have an opportunity, and I'd like to be the first to let you know what you're getting into. In case you're being so naive, you're not aware of this. Much is riding upon you, William. It's not just so much for her satisfaction, because we all know she's not going to take being dethroned after 3 days when she almost married this guy, Jon Snow, who you've probably never met, lightly. There's going to come a time, I'm sure, that she's going to get the Iron Throne and sword through the Roman Kingdom back, eventually. And great will be the sorrow for those who crossed her path. But she'll remember those, and you, for having given her the support that she needs, even if it be by some miracle or a prophecy. Well, I suppose that would be a blessing, wouldn't it? Well, for the rest of us in the other kingdoms, it would be. Not all kingdoms will support this, but there is potential here. Eventually, we'll learn, I would imagine, the politics and the laws of this world here in every kingdom, especially the supreme laws under the realm of the kingdoms. I do look forward to these lessons so I can not so naive. That is good. Learn all you can, William, because power is that from knowledge. And when you have knowledge, you have power. Even if you are limited, because I would also presume that when you two marry, she will still want the throne to herself. Right, I told her my heraldry does not allow me to have the throne. Therefore, she has adopted this, and I'm okay with this. And I shall sit in the right hand, following and instead obeying any command she gives me. That is very good. You do seem to have some wisdom about you, though you be shorter and low in stature. Yeah, I keep hearing that all the time, just because I'm a little bit shorter. She kind of smiles a bit. Well, look at it this way, William. You could be even shorter. Right, my best man. He's your best man. Well, then you've done well. Well, I guess I should get ready. Well, William, if you permit me, I know it may not seem proper, but a hug for luck. And you turned 3 shades of red. My. Daenerys is definitely got to be spoiled to have found a treasure like you. Well, I guess she would think so. She doesn't really tell me everything she thinks. You know, some women like to keep certain pleasures and secrets to themselves. You would have to be, well, a woman of this world to understand such things. It's okay, and I would not pry into her personal business. Well, that's good. It shows you have such respect and dignity for women like us of the world. So she gives me a hug, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh. And so I hug her back, and here I am talking to myself. What's that? Excuse me. Oh, nothing. I'm just kind of surprised. I never thought I'd get a hug from another queen. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I will see you at the performance. Well, thank you. And so William bows before her, and she goes back to where the banquet hall is at, where William will do performance. Then he goes back inside and gets ready for the performance that will be announced by Tyrion Lannister. William was getting ready then to do a special performance for the House of Lannister. And he had noticed that Daenerys had put the Duke crown he had designed for wearing on their wedding day in his bag. He kind of figured that it's probably because of the fact that she did approve it at the time he presented her with all these other gifts as a human custom known as a wedding proposal. So he decided to go ahead and wear it to make a good show, an appearance of him being a human. And so with that, he also had been given, or possibly loaned, a sash and to wear, as well as a sword to make it look at least somewhat decent, even though he's still got to learn to hold a sword and then master swordsmanship. So once he's all dressed and puts his cloak on, then Tyrion comes in. So are you ready to make a go of it? I guess I'm about as ready as ever. Just thought you should know, you shouldn't expect any warm welcomes here. Oh, is there something I should know about Tyrion? Oh, you remembered my name? That's it. That's amazing. And then he pours himself a drink. We should toast to this. I thought you were going to still call me Lannister, dude. Sorry about that, Tyrion. Well, I did say it takes me a little while to get somebody's name straight. He just kind of looks at me oddly, but holding his drink. But then he said, well, here's to fitting in, although you will be kind of the oddball, but you look good for a human. So after William and Tyrion have their toast to celebrate the fact that he remembered his name, then they decided to, at that time, head out. Well, no time to keep them waiting. And I always like to antagonize the family members anyway, so at least there'll be some benefits for me because, well, they get to see what you're going to do to perform for them. I get to enjoy this moment. I don't get these opportunities very often to antagonize them, and what better way than to have you do some unusual human custom for them. So he kind of finds this quite amusing. So with that, then they head out to the banquet hall of the House of Lannister. As they enter the banquet hall for the House of Lannister, everyone eyeballs William, kind of looking at him peculiarly because of the outfit he was wearing. Everybody, we have a special guest. Some of you may have heard of him, maybe some of you have not. William, this here is Jaime Lannister. He's my brother, and he goes sometimes by the name of Kingslayer. It's an honor to meet you, sir. He doesn't say much and kind of looks William from head to toe. And do try not to stare at his gold hand. There is a story about it, but I will explain this later. Oh, okay. So, in any case, then he continues on. And this is my dear, sweet sister. Really, Tyrion, you have to be so dramatic about everything. Oh, well, why not? I mean, after all, it's not every day we get a myth and a legend to visit us, and to see how our house is so very warm in family matters. She kind of rolls her eyes, shakes her head, and then notices that William is wearing this medallion. You think that's going to help? What's going to help? She kind of looks at him like that was a dumb question. And he looks at himself. Oh, this. Yes, I'm talking about that. Well, guess it's just to show that I'm not available. Well, what a shame. She has a slight grin. It could have been very pleasant. And Cersei, he is taken, and that is a queen seal. I'm not saying anything wrong, Tyrion. I'm just admiring the myth and the legend. Yes, we know. She's a little outspoken, much like Daenerys. Nothing like Daenerys. But if you weren't under a seal, William, perhaps you might learn some things about King's Landing and the House of Lannister. Well, I'm sure there must be several things I would still learn about your house. Yes, you do somewhat speak somewhat words of wisdom. Perhaps you might learn things yet. Well, it's an honor to be here. You all look very well and dignified. Uh, Kingslayer just kind of accepts this as solace. And your presence is here for what reason? Well, I wanted to, well, I guess it would be something of a gift, maybe to show you some of the customs of my world. And what world is that? And so William, now seeing that Kingslayer is a little more talkative, well, um, if you ever see stars at night in the sky, um, you might try to look for one that's dark blue. It's the world I come from, and unfortunately, I can't go back. It's the dark blue star in the Valyrian night sky, and we call it Earth. It's, after all, I'm sure you already figured out I'm not from any kingdom around here. No, I guess you're not. You are a bit shorter. Well, maybe not as short as Tyrion here, but not like that of any man of this world either. Well, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I can go ahead and accept that. So, you're going to perform for us, so what are you going to be performing? Yes, William, have you decided what you're going to do to perform for this very family warm welcome here? Cersei just closes her eyes, shakes her head. One, I was just merely making comment. I suppose you already have gotten to know Tyrion. Yes, he's actually my best man. Really? Tyrion kind of looks at her with a serious look. No, that should be interesting. I was thinking maybe I could do like a type of dance for you. It's nothing special, but um, yeah, it's about feeling the mood of the music, and it's supposed to be inspirational. Yes, well, we all could use inspiration around about this time of our lives. Well, then, William, I guess I will let you go ahead and take over at this point. Oh, and just so everyone knows, while he's under the Queen's seal, because no woman is to have or try to lay hands on him. He also comes with strange things. It's not sorcery, it's just his world's a little more, I guess, advanced than ours. And you'll see what in a moment here. And so it's not to startle anyone, but he uses it to either sing or do this dance that he talks about, because music comes from it. So they wait intently. You're on, you better make it look good. I'll do my best. So William takes it out, and with a few beeps, and it pops right up. They kind of look at each other like this is the oddest thing. They've never seen anything like this. And so he gets ready to do his performance. Then William just surprised everybody, and he goes up to Queen Margie and bows before Margie. Would you permit me to request of you some assistance from me? Yes, I was wondering if you would dance with me, because what I'm to perform requires a partner. Well, I don't know if I can. Well, you'll be kind of like following my lead. It's a type of dance where it requires very minimal holding each other. I guess the best way I could think of it is like it's a type of line dancing, but you probably will catch on as soon as you see me do my first part. Well, this ought to be fun to try something like this. You don't have to be perfect. Trust me, Margie. I'm not exactly that good either. She kind of finds this fun. Well, then this should be fun indeed. So she gets up and they take their place at center floor. Everybody cheered wildly. This was like the most spectacle of a thing that they have ever seen. Margie and William bow at each other, and she retakes her place. Wow, William, that was very moving. Well, I'm glad you liked it, Queen Margie. You did pretty good for your first time. Thank you, William. Have you had Daenerys dance? Not yet, but I'm hoping I can talk her into it. She might kind of find it very stimulating. Yes, as much as I did. So Margie takes her seat with a very big smile. This was quite the fun experience that she's ever had for a human custom. Tyrion looks up kind of surprised. Well, here. This was quite the performance. Yes, it was, as Cersei looks at William. Tyrion looks over at her, but doesn't really say a whole lot. So, William, I guess then you find this place to be very fascinating. Yes, actually I do. This is quite the city. Like I said, there's no such architecture, at least not like this in my world. This is quite the distinguished, grand, noble place I've ever been in. Cersei kind of looks at him, kind of like she's curious about him, with a smile. Well, I'm glad you like this place, William. We've never had a legendary myth dance before us before. Margie looks at him like, look like, oh, better watch yourself. And so with that, William then takes his seat. After the performance, everybody applauds, and Tyrion then makes a toast. Here. This was a very good performance. Cersei seems to be somewhat delighted with a big smile. She's never seen anything like this before. Well, are you going to stand there or are you going to sit down? Oh, well, sorry. That's how he does. And so then the dinner banquet starts to go pretty good. Everybody's talking about just about anything. And William seems a little bit uncomfortable because he notices that Cersei is still looking at him from head to toe, not knowing what's running in her mind, but from the expression on her face, it must be quite pleasant because no time ever, though human was mainly mentioned as a word in conversation, had she ever seen such a mythical legend in front of her or at the same table. He notices Margie, who kind of looks over at William, and William kind of, though he be human, got the mere hint that he has to watch what he says and does because, again, people can, even if they don't feel offended, take whatever he does or says and use it to their benefit. So he gets the vision of unspoken warning and doesn't say anything. Well, I believe we should turn in for the night because William's got a big day tomorrow. He's got to get fitted for clothing, his practice uniform, type armor, and forget I said uniform. It's because that's something he was wearing. Then he's got to be taught how to hold a sword and then to master it. So we've got lots to do tomorrow. So William stands up then. Well, it was an honor to meet you all, and I hope that maybe, perhaps, I would be able to meet you all again. Cersei seems delighted about this, but Kingslayer has a look on his face like he couldn't believe what he saw or heard. Doesn't really say anything. Well, William, you were a bit ready to go back? I guess so. Cersei then stands up. You will join us again sometime soon, won't you, William? Well, I would imagine there's something of a human custom where men have to gather together, and for some festivity before the wedding, but I would imagine that you would be um, with the women, wouldn't you? Well, maybe not. I will explain about that later, William. All right, well, and William respectfully bows before her. It was an honor meeting you, um, Cersei. I hope to see you again, too. So she seems delighted about this and watches as William leaves. In the throne room, Daenerys sits on the throne. Bring in the knight uh, who goes by the name Sir Robert Stonewall. So at that, then someone goes out and informs him to enter into the throne room to stand before Queen Daenerys. As he comes forward, he kneels down on one knee then. Sir Robert Stonewall, where are you from? I come from Dragonstone. Really? This is pleasant then, because that also happens to be the seat from where the House of Targaryens had, long before my time, had emerged from. Because you have done a good service, and you have informed me of things that are taking place of these factions, and because I am also in need of a new knight to be by my side during any business at the time that needs to be conducted here at the throne, I do foresee you as one being worthy to be knighted. Sir Walter of Dragstone, do you swear before the eyes of gods and men to defend those who cannot defend themselves? And she lays a sword on his shoulder. To protect all women and children, to obey your captains, your liege lord, and your queen, to fight bravely when needed, and do such other tasks as are laid upon you, however hard or humble or dangerous they may be. I do. Very well then. She turns and hands the sword to um, Grey Worm, who then takes charge of it. Please stand. From here on out, you will serve me in the palace, and, as need be, you will be standing by my throne at any times I conduct any business. In times of war, you shall be in charge of those who once served under my long, good friend before he walked into the ambush of the Harpy. I am honored to be in your service, Queen Daenerys. So with that, then she has him take his uh, place, and then she makes the announcement. Soon I will be requiring another knight. As everyone may know, Dario, who had a position here in the palace, has, and she kind of thinks how to be discreet about it, has taken on other duties elsewhere. He is still in my servitude, but will be serving at other areas of Marine, at other pyramid houses. And so, therefore, his position is now open. If anyone should have any recommendations of one who is worthy to take his place here, they may bring them forward to me or pass them to the one I have just knighted so that he may bring them forward, and I will take them into consideration, and once I have made a decision, they will be knighted as of tomorrow. Everyone applauds this, and so then she gets ready to head to the banquet hall for that evening's meal. Back at King's Landing, um, William is fitted for clothing for everyday use, as well as his future wedding attire. Well, I've never had clothes made for me before. This is quite interesting. Tyrion pours himself some drink. Well, you have been given some clothes, but I'm thinking you're going to need a lot more than those. And while these are appropriate clothing, since you are being groomed to wearing what we wear, it still wouldn't be fitting for marrying Daenerys of the House of Targaryen. Therefore, what you call a uniform, we took a similar design idea from that and decided to make it a special uh, outfit for you to wear when the time comes for you to go through the ceremony of exchanging your vows. Well, I thank you. You also will be fitted to wear your practice uniform, and I noticed you had something here that I do not understand what this is. Oh, well, that's a what I call a finger guard. A finger guard. Well, your swords here in this world are much heavier than those of mine in my world. I figured if I'm going to pass the swordsmanship skill, I might as well have something that works to my leverage, because my wrists aren't that strong. I see. And how's this supposed to work? Well, basically, since it's like a glove without the part that covers the hand or the remaining fingers, the two fingers, of course, would slip through the cuff and into the two slots for the first two fingers. And this is why they do not bend. It basically will give me support so I can hold the thing. This, of course, will be used at the time when I pass the part that I guess Arya Stark's going to have me do and learning how to hold the sword. I see. That is very good. So you have some creativity about you. Well, it's a skill I don't use very often, but I figured if I'm going to pass, I need every leverage I need because, like you said, and many others said, I'm no longer in my world. Well said. So I need to get every ounce of opportunity to make sure I pass. Well, I think you're going to fit in just nicely, William. Keep it up. People will notice. So with that, they then take William over to the Winterfell area so that Arya Stark can then start teaching William how to hold a sword using a practice sword. William, while he still has some free time, decides to write something that he would call a love letter, and it's not something that Daenerys has ever seen before. Perhaps this will be a new uh, stimulation for her because it's something that would only be done in his world of Earth. So he writes it out, and after getting it done, here's his name being called. Well, it's time for you to start your holding the sword practice. Alright, I'll be right there. After sealing it, he then pays a messenger. Make sure that this goes to Daenerys and Marine. Yes, William, I will do just that. Thank you. And so he takes off. In the meantime, William then undergoes much training and learning how to hold it, how to maneuver it, and basically it seems to do pretty good except for the part on occasion where he kind of doesn't quite get the proper etiquette or dignified stance. You gotta stand like this, William. It's not like you're waving a stick. Sorry. Try again. So William continues his practice as the Winterfell house prepares for William to do a performance for them. In the meantime, um, everything seems to be going well with um, the Palace of Marine, and Walter then makes a recommendation. Daenerys, I do happen to have somebody in mind if you were interested. About the other night. Very well. Who would this be? I happen to have a son. He is fairly young and new at this, not much experience as I have, but I think this would be good for him to perhaps get more experience by being in your service. I see. And is this any particular reason that you would recommend your son? I mean, or is it just for keeping an eye on him? No, I just think that it would be a great opportunity for him. And since you are needing one to replace Dario, who had been transferred, I thought that perhaps you might take interest in his service. Well, since nobody else has come forward, I shall go ahead and consider this then. So that she gets ready and prepares to knight him as well. Finally, William masters how to hold a sword, and it just looks at him and shakes her head. Well, I just hope now you can use it as well as you now know how to hold it. So I take it you're going to be doing some kind of performance for us? Yes. And you're going to use this thing to document, as you call it, or was that mean recorded? Yes. No, I kind of decided against it. Good, because some people might find that kind of weird. But, well, I wish you lots of luck. I don't know what people are going to think of your performance. I only heard that you did several for the Queen Daenerys, and then you also did one dance type for the House of Lannister. Well, it's something I look forward to, and hopefully it'll be a good inspiration. Well, yeah, okay. So she doesn't say a whole lot. So William then prepares to make a performance for the House of Winterfell.
Our hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes with a voice wielding power of the ancient Nordart. Believe, the Dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, the dragon.
everybody applauded at William's performance, although they thought it was kind of strange because it probably was something that most likely a maiden or lady would sing, but he seemed to be pretty good. It was something that normally men don't do, and that's sing, so they still gave him the respectable applause. Meantime, William went to some blacksmiths and had a plan and showed us a special armor that was once known by an ancient kingdom of his world of Earth, the dark blue star that's shown in the valyrian night sky, Greece. And so he explained that he would be more agile and swift in this type of armor, and it's not any armor that would be ever known in probably their kingdoms. So it was agreed to be made, and they get underway into making this armor just for William. When William was done with his performance, everybody applauded. Well, let's just hope you can, now that you have learned how to hold a sword, let's just hope that you can master a sword better than you can sing. Gee, thanks. By the way, where's Sansa? I don't see her around here. She couldn't make it. I don't know if you've heard or not, because you probably don't know him, but there's one known relative of the Boltons who has it in for her because she fed his nephew to the dogs for his treacheries. Personally, I would just ran him through, but I guess he had it coming. I see. Well, if you see her, tell her I said hello, and I send warm greetings. Sure. She'll probably think that's strange, but okay. So she goes to tell one of the dignitaries that William is now ready for the actual physical training of mastering the sword. In the meantime, the envelope finally gets to Deanerys, and Missandei brings it to her. My queen, yes, Missandei, we have a message from William. She looks at it, it's flat. Okay. I wonder why it's like this. I don't know, maybe it is a human way of how they send messages. So she takes it and breaks the seal. Well, this would be almost like a waste of paper. She starts reading it. Oh, I guess they call it an envelope. Never heard of such a thing. We always roll them in the scrolls. So, alright, well, I need to go do performance myself of this second night, and then I shall read you what William has written if you have that free time. Yes, my queen, I'd love to see and hear what he has to say. Very well. So they go into the throne room, and there happens to be a very young knight. And so he then is told by his father that, remember your manners, not that I have to worry about that. I put a good word in for you, so don't let me down, because otherwise it'll make our family look bad, you understand? Yes, father. I will do my best to remember. Very good then. Well, I shall go speak to her, and you wait right here. And so he does. Of course, this young knight doesn't hear what's being said, but he is prepared to go before the queen and kneel in the same manner that his father did. So, when all's said and done, because he can't see what his father is saying, he comes back and then informs him, all right, son, this is your chance. Make me proud and put on your best. Yes, father. Daenerys then announces, Taylor Robert, would you please step forward? And so he goes forward and then kneels. Well, she kind of finds it very humorous because he kneels on both knees. It's okay, Taylor, do not worry. You seem very young. Yes, my queen. Well, I know I still have much to learn, but it would be a great honor to serve you. Well, thank you, Taylor. Your father seems like a pretty well dignified knight, and he has said many good things about you. So, I believe then this might be a good opportunity for you. So, what do you think of the palace here? It is very large, and I've never been in such a place. Well, this may be a chance for you to be, when you serve me, you'll be here quite often. Do you know of the one who you are replacing? I only heard that his name was Dario, but I can't say I've ever met him personally. Usually I serve in a military strategic plan of when there's wars. Well, he was a knight that had served me quite some time and is willing to do anything necessary to make sure that this throne room is well protected or guarded. Though I trusted solid warriors to do this, it is something of a great honor for you to be chosen. This means that if I need something or something needs to be taken care of, that you would be doing this for me at my request. Do you understand? Yes, my queen. And it would be a great honor to do this. Very well then. I shall make ready the words for which you shall make your sworn oath. After getting the special necklace that she intends to put around his neck, she then takes the sword, handed over by Grey Worm, and puts it onto his shoulder. Sir Knight Taylor, you are hereby recommended by your father because of your servitudes thus far, and I can see that this would be a great opportunity for you. I have taken it into much consideration. Not that your father wishes to keep an eye on you, but he feels that you might be of good service to me, and seeing how you have done well in respecting my position by kneeling, though a bit much on both knees. Everybody starts laughing. Well, sir McLean, it's okay. You'll get a hang of this in time, as you are still very young in this type of service. I was once young like you, so I know I have made some mistakes, but it's when you learn from them that you truly mature. Yes, I can. So, Taylor Robert, Sir Taylor Robert, do you swear before the eyes of gods and men to defend those who cannot defend themselves, to protect all women and children, to obey your captains, your liege lord, and your king, to fight bravely when needed, and do such other tasks as laid upon you, however hard or humble or dangerous they may be? Yes, my queen. Very good. Sir Taylor, you may stand. Everybody applauds, and she then resits herself back on the throne, and he is then gestured to go take his place. Then she conducts other business of the kingdom. Well, now that we got that out of the way, I suppose now, Miss Andy, this would be a good time to see what William has to say. Yes, well, this should be an interesting letter. He calls this a love letter, so I wonder what he has to say. So, with that then, Daenerys then begins to read. My dearest Khaleesi, how I miss you. I was required to give a song in my best man's house of the Lannisters. It was more of a tense moment than in your palace. But the next day, I was fitted for my wedding dress attire, and the head dignitary fitted me with a practice type of armor. I'm sure you know what that is, since I'm still learning of these things from your world. Don't worry, as I am still practicing to control my breathing of your atmosphere, since as a human, it's much thinner in your world. The youngest Stark lady warrior, Arya, has successfully taught me how to hold a sword, starting with a practiced wooden sword. As the days have gone by, they have been very busy for me. I'm always thinking of you and the love I have for you. Not a moment goes by when I don't recall all that we have shared thus far. I will confess there are other women of your world that are a sight to behold, but as promised, you are the first I laid eyes on, and for me, there is no other. I made a promise to not betray you, or your trust in me. I am upholding my sworn allegiance to you. I am grateful for you taking me in amongst your people, though I am human, from my small world to which I know I won't ever see again. Though I be an alien to your world and make mistakes doing servants' or women's work, I do my best to learn your customs and traditions. I even started early to learn some of the basic laws of your kingdom, though not scheduled to do so till my return, and hope this pleases you. I miss your deep blue eyes that sets my heart and soul on fire, your sweet lips of roses kissing me and setting my tongue and mouth aflame with desire. I long because every part of you, all of your beautiful body, to dominate while making love as you've done before, and miss the sensation that your sweat mixing with mine has on me. I miss holding you, as I know you love the higher temperature that my body provides for you as a human. The sensation I get when your erect nipples of your breasts rub against my body. Oh my god. She starts laughing. I can't believe you wrote this. Wow, that's getting a little forward. Yes. Normally, this would not be considered an appropriate letter. She continues reading. The feeling of your touch and grasping at my flesh of my back, the grabbing and rubbing on my ribs, and being pinned down while you dominate me for long hours at a time. The smells of your body as we are close to each other, that smells of sweet oils and flowers. I look forward to the time we can be together again. I also miss seeing your dragons playing in the sky, as it's a favorite pastime of mine, since my world has only Legend of Dragons. You've let the dragons out on occasion. Yes, occasionally I let them out, but they do return. I figure it might quiet them down. They won't be so rambunctious in the Dragon's Keep. I see. Does he have anything else to say? So she continues on. I love you, my Misha, my queen, mother of dragons, with all my heart, mind, soul, and life. For without you, since I am here for the remainder of my days, I would have no life. You are my life, my energy, my deepest desires and dreams come true. For if I am still dreaming, tell no one to wake me. You give me greatest of pleasures, move me in such ways I can't explain, and I love how you set my body and hormones on fire from the sweat of your loving caress and touch, as you and I explore each other as though it were the first time. I will see you soon. I love you, Khaleesi. P.S. This is another human custom and tradition called a love letter. I hope this has stirred feelings in you and brought you pleasure as well. I was saving this custom of my world for the right time so that I could show you another form of love by this human custom. Love always, your stranger from the sea, William Bruce McEachran. Well, that was quite the letter. Yes. I'm hoping he doesn't make it a habit of describing certain things that would be considered personal. I may have to uh, talk to him about this, but that will be when he gets back. He has no idea how much trouble he might be in just for what he has written in this one. They both seem to laugh about this as she sticks the letter in her treasure box.